Right now, at this exact second, there's a voice in your head. You hear it literally every second of every day. In fact, science says you have up to 60,000 of these thoughts daily, and a staggering 80% of them are completely negative. That internal voice, it's either building you up or it's slowly, quietly destroying you. And honestly, the wildest part is most people don't even know it's there. Welcome to Next Level Hub. In today's explainer, we're diving straight into the source material to show you exactly how to take control of that hidden conversation. So let's just get right into it. I want you to just stop for a second and listen. Right now, in your head, there is a conversation happening. It's been happening your entire life. Sometimes, it says, hey, I can absolutely do this. But other times, it whispers stuff like, you're not good enough. You're going to fail. People are going to laugh. We call this constant background chatter your self-talk. Take a quick second to really evaluate yours. What's it saying right now? Is it acting like an encouraging friend, or is it your absolute harshest critic? And here is the truly shocking reality we found in the research. You're completely unaware of this voice 90% of the time. It's just running on autopilot in the background. But make no mistake, this invisible dialogue is quietly shaping every single choice you make, every fear you hold on to, and every dream you go after, without you even noticing. Whether you ultimately succeed or just stay perfectly stuck, most of it comes directly down to what this voice is whispering to you every single day. Section 1. The numbers that will shock you. So researchers at Queen's University in Canada actually took the time to study and quantify this hidden mental activity. They discovered that the average person has up to 60,000 thoughts every single day. Just let that massive number sink in for a second. 60,000. To put that into perspective, that is roughly one thought every single waking second. Your brain is essentially a machine, just constantly churning out dialogue without ever hitting the pause button. But here's the uncomfortable truth revealed by clinical psychology. A massive 80% of those daily thoughts are overwhelmingly negative. 80%. Only this tiny little sliver of your mental energy is neutral or positive. The vast majority of your brain's processing power is dedicated entirely to negativity. And if that wasn't enough, it actually gets deeper. 95% of those thoughts, they're exactly the same as the ones you had yesterday, and the day before that, and the year before that. The human mind basically operates like a stuck record. It endlessly loops the exact same worries, the exact same doubts, and the same fears thousands of times a day. You aren't really having 60,000 unique thoughts. You're just having the same stressful thoughts over and over and over again. Section 2. Why your brain does this. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth would my own brain be so relentlessly mean to me? Well, the answer is actually ancient survival. Thousands of years ago, the person who heard a rustle in the bushes and thought, oh man, that noise might be a tiger, survived to see another day. The person who thought, it's probably just the wind, well, they got eaten. Expecting danger kept us alive. But contrast that with the modern world. Today, there are no saber-toothed tigers hiding in your office inbox. But your brain still acts like there are, taking that ancient panic and applying it to everyday modern stuff. Your job, your relationships, your future, your money. We call this phenomenon negativity bias. It's simply the brain's evolutionary function to heavily focus on threats, problems, and worst-case scenarios, just to protect you. So I want to reassure you right now, your brain isn't broken. You're not defective at all. It's just using some seriously outdated survival software for our modern world. Section 3. How negative self-talk destroys you. Look, just because this programming is natural doesn't mean it's harmless. Think about how repeating negative phrases actually alters your real-world behavior. If you tell yourself, I'm terrible at math, 10,000 times, you're just going to stop trying. If your inner voice says nobody likes me, you'll go to a party, act super awkward and defensive, and people will naturally pull away, which your brain then uses to prove its negative thought right. Say, I always fail before every attempt, and your brain acts like a heat-seeking missile, actively looking for evidence of failure to confirm what it already believes. In psychology, we define this destructive loop as a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's when a belief alters your behavior in a way that literally causes the belief to come true. Your brain ends up creating the exact bad outcomes that it's so terrified of, simply because it constantly anticipates them. Which leads to this absolutely incredibly powerful realization from the source material. Your thoughts don't just describe your life, they create it. Every single negative sentence you repeat to yourself is like a small brick. And day by day, you're building this massive, impenetrable wall between you and the life you actually want. And honestly, the tragedy is that most people spend their entire lives building that wall without ever knowing they're doing it. Section 4. Rewiring your reality. But here is the beautiful truth. If your inner voice can destroy your reality, it can totally rebuild it too. Positive self-talk isn't just some fluffy, feel-good concept. It produces real, measurable results. Elite athletes at the very top level are rigorously trained to talk to themselves with absolute intention. Champions don't just physically practice their sport, they practice their inner voice. And the studies back this up. People who use positive self-talk perform significantly better under pressure, they bounce back way faster from failure, and get this, studies even suggest they live longer. So why does this happen? Well, the neuroscience behind it is wonderfully simple. The brain believes what you tell it repeatedly. By actively changing the words you use in your own head, you are literally changing the physical wiring inside your brain. It's not magic, guys. It's pure, proven neuroscience. Change the input, and you fundamentally alter the output. Section 5. 4 steps to take control. Okay, so how do we actually do this? Based on the research, here's a highly actionable 4-step framework to help you rewire your mindset over the next 30 days. Step 1. Become aware. For the next 24 hours, just listen to your self-talk. Don't judge it, just notice it. Most people are absolutely shocked to discover how mean their inner voice is. Step 2. Question the thought. When that negativity hits, pause and ask, wait, is this actually true, or is my brain just doing its old, scared evolutionary job? You'll find most fears fall apart under just one honest question. Step 3. Replace, don't fight. If you try to aggressively push a bad thought away, you actually give it more power. Instead, you want to replace it with a truer, kinder version. And finally, step 4. Talk to yourself like someone you love. Think about it. Would you ever speak to your best friend the way you speak to yourself? No way. So we've got to stop doing it to ourselves. Let's look a little closer at step 3, because seeing how this works in practice is absolutely crucial. We're actively replacing destructive thoughts with constructive alternatives. So, I always fail is a dead end. We replace that with, I'm still learning. See, it acknowledges the struggle but leaves room for growth. Or, nobody likes me. That's a sweeping, false generalization. We replace it with, I'm building real connections. You're not lying to yourself here. You're simply choosing the constructive truth over the destructive fear. And the real promise here is all about consistency. If you diligently practice this 4-step framework for just 30 days, the physical wiring in your brain is going to start to shift. You'll transform that internal voice from your absolute worst enemy into your greatest, most reliable ally. The voice will actually start working for you rather than against you. You can't stop the voice inside your head. It's always going to be there, but you can absolutely teach it what to say. Every single day, with every thought, you're either whispering yourself into greatness or you're whispering yourself into fear. Choose your words carefully, because they literally become your life. So I want to leave you with this final thought to kickstart your rewiring. What is one positive sentence you are going to repeat to yourself starting today? Drop that sentence in the comments below to make it real. And make sure to subscribe to Next Level Hub, because every explainer we do is designed to help you rewrite the voice inside your head. See you in the next one.